Got a rain, and it's working. It's gathering the water. Got another barrel. Haven't tied it together yet. It started raining. I'll get on that after it rains. But it works. It works. And then there were 3. So far it's working. Had a little bit of an issue with an angle there. So stuck the PVC elbow that I bought that was incorrect on there, underneath of it. Now it's all downhill. Yeah. So that's a 150-gallon rainwater collection that I'm in it less than $90, give or take. And that's going to be to water the goats and to water the garden on days when it isn't raining. Ain't stupid if it works, right? Oh, it's at this point that all the boys watching this channel are going to want to look away. I'm not going to show you the actual process, but sadly, I am headed out here right now to put a rubber band on the boy goat's nuts and castrate him. I'm going to take you along with the walk and show him why he's happy so lucky. I'm surely not going to show you his balls. They're in relation to the size of his body, they're enormous. They're around. They've fully dropped. I just brought him some fresh hay, and he's almost 7 weeks old. So it's time. Oh, look at his balls. He's got enormous balls. It's time to get rid of them. Here's how this tool works. You just oh, I can't imagine how painful it's going to be. But he's a little goat, and hopefully he won't remember. He loves me, and I love him. God, he's so fucking cute. Say goodbye to your balls, dude. I'm going to put my gloves back on, and we're going to do this. Just like that, it's over with. Sorry, little man, I had to hold you down in a corner and put a rubber band on your nuts and make sure that both of your nuts were in your nutsack before I let the rubber band go. Hey, look at you. You're going to be a good goat, and I had to do that for your own good. I'm sorry. Sorry, man. I really am. I could almost cry for you. See, but you're not even mad at me. You don't even know what just happened. God damn it. You're still so fucking cute. So fucking cute! Like, if I didn't think they'd shit on me, I'd put down fresh hay and, like, sleep out here with them because they seem so lovable. It's raining some more. I got fresh hay today. They get fresh hay every day, but I only clean it up about once a week. Started to rain. These windows up here are proving to be a waterproof ceiling for the little goat house. If I can't get that shed to go together, I'm going to use that material to go around the outside of the goat house. I'll cut it and screw it on, but oh, he's got the rubber band on his balls. I'm sorry, little man. Oh. Doing all right, Mama? Huh? You doing all right? You're a pretty girl, ain't you? Look at my goats. Well, it's the next evening. They're out here eating their fresh hay. He is definitely less rambunctious, to say the least. But he's all right. Not crying about nothing. He's just not jumping around like he was. And I really hope that that doesn't go away with him forever, because he was so much fun when he did so. But what say you, Mama? She's just gonna eat this hay. I gotta take my truck back to the shop in Kentucky because it feels like the transmission's gonna fall out of it. Something's going on with that. I've only put about 5,000 miles on it, and for what I paid for that, I'm gonna take it back. Probably gonna charge me more money because welcome to the area, but I'm gonna take it back because it's doing things that it shouldn't. All right, so this is something new for my channel. This is a guy that I've become friends with here, who has cut some grass for me. Cut some grass for my mother's. Call him Mr. Hunley. He's yeah, we're about to do some shit that I ain't never done before. And I think I need to back up about 30 yards, so this clip's gonna probably be a little bit longer. You got anything insightful to say?
Let's just say a city boy would be shocked.
Mind you, he had me hold the container of shit and then shake it and like, here we go. First for everything. You gotta remember, the first time you got laid, you were nervous about that too, right? Yeah. Not like fireworks. Well, let's see here. You hear the dogs barking off in the distance. That's yeah, you had me hold that in my hand. I understand.
It won't do anything unless you shoot it.
Well, there's like, well, there's a piece of the container.
About a good foot messing off the top of the post.
Yeah, there's a good. Hot damn if it ain't a lot of work keeping this grass cut. Had the gentleman that we were blowing things up the other day, and his buddy come over last night, and they dug dirt. My water box had about 3 inches of dirt in the bottom of it, and they dug it out, and I dumped it in there because it was full of leaves and sticks, and then a layer over top of it. Well, boy, look at them stripes. That's a long story. I don't even know if I want to get into what's going on with my water system currently. We'll just say that it's less than clean. And if you look, you can see I got a bleach bottle over there that I'm running like a quart of bleach through it. Anyway, I planted onions, big leaf Italian parsley, and dill in there. My cilantro is popping up. My salad is almost a salad. Like I could pick that and eat that. The potatoes finally started coming through. The habanero pepper there actually has peppers growing on it finally. I've given up completely on this tomato. I don't know. I'm surprised it's still upright, to be honest with you, because it didn't have hardly any roots when I put it in the ground. This one's recovering well. Those ones are doing great, as are the, these are actually purple cherry tomatoes. I had to dig through my seeds to remember what it was that I had. These are purple cherry tomatoes that they grow to a point, and then the stem breaks, and then they ripen on the vine like that. Like when you go to the grocery store and you see little tomatoes like that, that's literally how they're done growing, when the stem breaks. Lots of stuff in there. This one that I dug out of the ground is finally, it's gonna do something. It's got a few little tomatoes on it. Can't complain. Glad I transplanted it. All that stuff's flowering, but nothing on it yet. Blueberry bush is still doing its thing. Still haven't done anything with the shed. Come over here. Check it out. I got bees having an orgy inside of my flowers, but my little squash is coming in. I have another little squash coming in right there. Still nothing over here, but I'm just thankful that it finally started to do something. Like such a big, beautiful plant, like it was not doing anything. I need to do more homework on, like I said in the last video, on cutting male flowers. Kitty's still doing all right for the most part. She's definitely getting old. She fell off the porch the other day, and I believe she had a seizure. But she's still ornery as ever. What you doing, kitty? You going out to see the goats? She ain't been out there in a while. We'll see. She's probably looking for somewhere to take a dump, to be honest with you. Oh, no shame. Alright, so you might ask, what in the world is that? Sometimes when you go to make something, you gotta stack things together before you actually start cutting your materials. I've been in contact with the farm that I got the goats from, and they have another baby goat that is not related to Mom, who will be ready in 3 weeks, and a couple of little pot-bellied pigs, a intact male and a female, to start making pigs, per se, as they call them, bacon seeds. This is going to be the second little goat house. Nothing's screwed together yet. It's all just kind of stacked. All these boards over here, I got to mark them on the bottom side, and then take them over to my workbench and cut them. I got to pull some hinges. I did attach that up and down board right there, because that's how that's going to attach to that. Looks like Kitty already likes it because she's inside of it in the shade. But yeah, it's 4 pallets in the rough cut lumber that I got from a farm in Tennessee a few weeks back, and I think this is going to go together quite well. I got to cut it all and then move it before I put it together. Alright, so you got to keep in mind nothing is screwed together. These boards that I used for the roof were $1 a piece, and the pallets were free. These are the ends, excuse me, off a couple of those boards. I had an issue here, kind of hard to see it without making the whole thing fall down. Like I had a space, so I ended up cutting the bottom of that pallet off to go in between there. It's going to attach that way. I think I have a set of hinges. I don't know yet. I got to look. But then again, back here, these are also, in the event that we got some tiny little baby living in here, I don't want them to be able to get out. So I got one of those for either side. And then this board here, this cut to go across there. So at the moment, I'm currently in this project $8. I'm gonna need a box of screws though, which is like another $6, but it's not gonna take the whole box. I'm about out of screws. I came up here, had about 10 boxes of screws, and I got about half a box of drywall screws and a half a box of 2.5 inch, and I'd like to screw this together with 3 inch, because I haven't decided yet whether this is getting another baby goat in it or if this is getting the pot-bellied pigs that we're gonna get. So I came up with that today. About $8. Alright, so I'm really tired of walking through spider webs. So I'm going to cut all this shit down. So here's the before. Alright, so this is as far as I'm going for right now, because that log down there, it's got a nasty hive of bees in it that don't die when you spray them with yellow jacket and wasp spray. I'm not going to agitate that situation anymore. I still have a sting on my calf that I've had for 5 weeks now. Anyway, I'm gonna move on down a little further. I'm gonna jog past that real quick, and I'm gonna show you the area where I got 3 rolls of fence and 15 poles to put in the ground. We'll see how far it takes me, but I have a whole spot down there I'm gonna enclose eventually. All right, so you can see where I got that first pole in the ground, and this is gonna end up being kind of neat because you see how that tree is hollow. I'm gonna enclose that, and I'll bet you at some point some animal's gonna go live in there. That tree's still live and well, not diseased or anything like that. I gotta go. I don't know about this one. I might have to cut the end off of that to keep goats from climbing out. We'll see. But it's gonna be, wow, look, more garbage. It's gonna be this whole side over here, right along the side of the creek. Yeah, that's where I had them. It wasn't big enough. I needed more fence. So I went and bought more fence, but I'm gonna enclose this whole area right here. We'll see. All right, so I got one panel in. I got to switch to a different kind of fencing. Like, this is going to be permanent, which is why I went ahead. Like, this is going to be a permanent spot for goats and pigs. So why I went ahead and just kept buying more rolls of this fence so that I could eventually do this. I don't know if I'm going to move that goat house or not. I'm going to take a roll of that fence away though and add it to this. This is going to be like a 3-day project, so at some point I'm going to have to cut this off and process this week's video. Let's say you, little man. I'll pick this back up in next Friday's video because it takes me a half a day to upload a video from out here. So if you can see, there's ooh-wee. I got their little fence clips. This stuff sucks to work with. So once I get this whole thing done in this wire, I'm going to switch to, well, I got to cut some cedar down, but I'm probably going to switch to cedar, T-poles, barbed wire, maybe electric fence. I haven't got there yet, but I'm going to switch to something that's more affordable because this stuff is $54 a roll. But I have some. I bought more, so we're going to just keep on keeping on here. And yeah, there's some progress. It's hot in August in Virginia. That's going to do it for this week. Check back next week to see the goats moved. Still going to be a couple weeks until I get the baby goat. I'm going to see about going to maybe pick up pigs this week if I can sort out my truck. Figured out what's wrong with it. I got to try to fix it myself. Then again, I may actually be trading it towards something else. We'll see. Yeah, thanks for watching.